a fresh-faced evening look and a full glam evening look. I'll show you how. It's always so much fun to dress up. And sometimes we get to that point and we're like, okay, now I don't know how to make my face look dressed up. Like I can dress up my body with clothing and stuff, but how do you make your face look dressed up? I'm gonna show you two looks. One is like a fresh-faced kind of evening look, and then I'm going to show you a full glam, oh my heart, I went for it, glam look. So let's get into it. First, I want to say that most of the products that I'm using today is from skinstore.com. They are an amazing website where you can get so many things, not just makeup, anything to do with skin and actually hair as well. I'm going to be using two eyeshadow palettes. One is from Makeup Revolution or Revolution. It's from the Roxy collection. And you can see they have so many fun colors. Now, I'm not a huge fun color person. You guys know that. But I am going to be using some of the things from here. And the next one is also from Revolution. It's from their color book. And oh my heart, this thing is phenomenal. The whole bottom section is all mattes. The top section is all shimmers. Oh my heart, just so beautiful. I mean, you can come up with a bazillion looks out of this palette alone. But then adding maybe some fun color from the other one, if you're a fun color person, then the two of these combined would be wonderful. And of course, I got them from skinstore.com. So the two looks I'm going to show you are going to be very similar. So I'm gonna take it and just get that on the corner and bring it all the way up and come all the way down. All the way up. And then I'm going to bring it all the way over onto the whole entire lid. I'm leaving out the very edge of where my eyebrows are, like right under, and the right under here. I'm bringing it all the way down, making an arch. It looks like it's touching there, but it's not going to in the end. So that's the first layer. Very simple. And all I'm gonna do is a tiny, tiny little swatch right on the end. Not going too far in. So I want it to just be a little bit deeper right there on the edge, but not much. That's what it looks like. And I'm just gonna blend it out so you can't really tell where that line starts. Very kind of pretty, a little goldish, definitely a warm. And I'm gonna put that just on the edge here. Instead of using a dark color, not the edge, why did I say that? Lid. I want to use a light color so it's a fresh look, not a dark look. I want to lighten things up. And this does just the trick. Look how pretty. Oh my goodness, I love that. Very careful to not go on this part of my eye, right in the edge, because my eyelids are very crepey right there and they're a little puffy. So I don't like to shine light in those areas. So the next thing I'm going to do is take my fluffy brush again and go ahead and then just blend this out, being careful to blend going this way, not into the corner. Now I want to lighten up right below my eyebrow bone or my eyebrows. I could use another shimmer out of this one, or there's shimmers in here. I'm actually going to use a highlighter from Revolution as well. And this is their highlighter reloaded. And this thing packs a punch. I'm going to put a little bit on this tiny, tiny Rephr brush. It's a number 3 brush. So tiny. I love this brush. And I'm going to load it up with this. I am going to go just underneath. So it's not going to be like bam, bam, bam. but it is definitely going to have a sheen to it. Now, one thing I am going to do before I go too far is I do want to color in this area a little bit more. It's a little bit light, so I'm going to go in with that crease color, the Cookie from the Revolution, and I'm just going to darken in right there a little bit more. And just kind of attach it to the top. Okay, I like that better. And now I'm going to take my fluffy brush again and make sure everything is blended. I feel like this one's a little bit more highlight, so I'm going to add a tiny bit more there. Woo! Boy, that highlight is strong. I like it though. It's so pretty. Oh, I have highlight all over me. Now that I have my eyeshadow on, I'm going to take a brow setting, and I just use one from e.l.f. and darken and color in my eyebrows a little bit more. And I always do this after because I invariably get eyeshadow on my eyebrows, and this will cover it up. In the full glam, we will be adding so much more, but right now it's just a kicked up day look. I really don't wear shimmers during the day much. This gives me more of a just soft shimmer. Let's go with some mascara. Always curl the lashes, because I cannot get a look that looks very good without curling my eyelashes. I'm going to use Revolution Big Lash. This is in waterproof. I love the packaging. I love the color of this. I just think it's so pretty. Okay, with one coat, it's just a very good day look, but I'm going to do a couple coats so that I have bigger eyelashes. This mascara doesn't give me the volume that I probably would want for an evening look. I don't know, this is a very good daytime one. I think I would like a little bit more for an evening look. I'm gonna grab L'Oreal Voluminous Superstar. Obviously, I'm not going to do the first side, which is the primer, but this will give me a little bit more of a darkened in. Eyes are done. I'm going to do a couple more things on my eyes, but in the meantime, I'm going to tackle the face. So I got this Kevyn Aucoin. This is a contour and a highlight. This contour, because it is gray, is like the perfect color for a contour. Contour is different than a bronzer. A contour has a little gray tint, and you can contour with bronzer too. I do it all the time. But if you truly want to do a good contour, you do want a gray tint one, because it kind of mimics a shadow from something. And I'm trying to create a shadow from my non-existent cheekbones. So I do not have cheekbones really. So I'm going to use my Rephr number 5. Bring it in, and I'm going to create a shadow right there. Oh my goodness, that is just pretty. Yeah, that's pretty. Not too dark. And boy, that's coming in big time, but there's nothing I can do about that right now. My neighbor's bringing in his garbage, and it is very loud. I like that, and then I'm going to create it one more spot. That is right here. I do that with my bronzer too, but a contour shade is perfect for that too, because it is a shadow, so it's totally fine. Another thing about contour is you want no glow. Bronzer could be a glow, totally, but a contour needs to be a matte, because a shadow doesn't really have shine to it. Okay, the next thing to do is put some blush on. I'm gonna use the Liss blush. I'm gonna use the e.l.f. stippling brush and just stipple it in here and rub it on my hand first just to get it worked in. That's the color. So pretty. Try not to go too far in. Okay, that's such a pretty color. Now that's pretty loud, which is fine with me. I kind of always like to go a little bit loud. I'll take my sponge that I use to put my foundation on, and I just blend it out a little bit more. Actually, I think it looks better when I do that. My cheeks are gonna just look red because of this anyways. Be careful with your acids. Okay, that looks really pretty. Now that everything's dry on my eyes, I will powder this in a few minutes, but I am gonna take this. This is a waterline liner from Pixie. I wish it was in a brown. I don't think they sell it in a brown. At least I didn't see that. Lift up my eye and then just fill it in, and that's it. And that just deepens up my line there to make my eyes look a little bit darker, but without adding an eyeliner per se. Okay, I do want to add a little bit more glam, and I want to add it under my eyes, but I'm not going to do an actual eye line. And I'm going to line just underneath my eye line. I don't want to go too dark, just to add a little bit of shimmer right there. And color. And I'm only going to go halfway in. Well, 3/4 of the way in. A little bit above it too. Just to connect them. And I'm going to flick it up a little bit. Not really an eyeliner, but it gives just a little bit of color, and because it's got a little bit of glitter in it, when the light catches your eyes, it'll shine. It's just a little bit special. Add a little bit of highlight, but you have to be careful with highlight. But I'm gonna go right here. I'm gonna use the Revolution again, the same one that I used right underneath my brow. So get it on here, get the extra off. And I'm just going to kind of dab it on there. You don't want to go crazy. You want to stay away from your crow's feet or anything like that, or anything that's going to highlight an area you don't like. So if this is very textured, I would not do that. I don't have a lot of texture right here on my top of my cheek, so I'm okay with this. A little bit over here. Okay, it's so pretty. I think I'm only gonna add it in those spots. I'm gonna take my Rephr number 22 brush. This is nice and big, fluffy, and I'm just going to blend it out because I don't wanna see a line. I just wanna see shimmer. So I'm not sure if you guys can see that. I can see it, and it's so pretty. Again, it's just that extra oomph. Oomph. Okay, the next thing would be lips. All right, I'm gonna use Kevyn Aucoin again. This is in Unforgettable Lip Definer, and it's in Divine. And this is like a dead-on dupe for my lip color. And the reason why I do this, especially for a special evening, is I don't want to be constantly touching up my lipstick or worried that my lips are looking crazy because things have started to wear off. I want it to look good the entire night, and I probably will touch up, but I don't want to have to be worried about it. So I'm going to line my lips. You'll see how, like, can you even tell? It's a little tiny bit darker. Color them completely in. And then I'm gonna use just a lip gloss over this to have it be just a little bit up a notch. And I'm gonna use e.l.f.'s, and it's in Praline. I know sometimes it's hard to find that. I use this also in my day to night look with Lisa, and she had a hard time finding it. But this is just such a pretty color. But there is one close to it. I forgot what it's called. I'll link both of them below if I can find the Praline. So good. The Kevyn Aucoin lip liner is perfect. It makes it look all so pretty. All right, let me show you a different look that will be a little bit more up a notch, just for lips. Gonna go back in with the lip pencil. I'm gonna use my L'Oreal number 218. Now I'm going to take City Lips. This is the clear City Lips, and I'm going to put that on the outside. Because again, shine is always just a lovely thing to add to your lips. Here I just have a very fresh-faced evening look. To me, I know a lot of people would say this is a day look, but this is kind of shimmery. Like, I don't know if you guys can tell all the shimmer, but I would not wear this much shimmer during the day. But I like to be kind of fresh-faced for an evening look. Because of the fact that I have very hooded eyes, I don't really go horizontal as much. I do a much more of a vertical look. Because once I open it, you're really not seeing much. So I need to have the ombre happening much more up in this area. So I'm going to bring that darker up to my, almost up to my eyebrow. And I'm not going past, so I want to make sure I'm not doing anything here, but I am going to show you a little trick at the end just to make that look a little bit better. So, okay, shade it in. Wow, the lights are doing some weird things. And I'm going to blend it. Bring it out. Blending is so important. Okay, so that's what it looks like. Let's do the other eye. The next thing I'm gonna do is a kitten eye. And if you don't know what a kitten eye is, I'm gonna link a video below where you can find out how to actually do this kitten eye. It's something, I call it a kitten eye. I think some people call it a puppy eye. I don't know, it doesn't matter. I call it a kitten eye because it's just a smaller eyeliner look. I like an eyeliner, but I like it very, very strategically placed, and I like it small. So I'm gonna show you that in that video, but when I come back, I'll have it on. And I only want a little bit right in there, the center. All right, a little bit more right on that. Again, being very careful where I put it. So I didn't go into here and I didn't go above my crease. Blend it out a little bit because I don't want everything to be just very distinct of where it starts and stops. Okay, so that's how that looks. And I'm gonna add a little bit of glimmer. I learned this trick from Lisa. Just right there, just add a little bit of vavoom. Who says that? Oh, brother. And I'm just going to clean up my eye look here so that I have, I'll come in so you guys can see it. So it's much more of a defined look. Therefore, if you made any mistakes, you just fixed them. There is one thing that says glamour more than anything else, and that's false eyelashes. Now, I've never done false eyelashes on this channel. This is not my regular thing. But if I really wanted to glamorize things, I would do it. Skinstore.com does sell eyelashes, and I got the Alamisqua, and they are wispy. Look at how pretty these are. We'll see if I can actually do this on camera. If not, I will go off camera. Oh, that's not good. Oh, great. Okay. Okay, I have added some eyelashes. I will be honest with you. Rachel put these on me. I am not an eyelash person, but it is fun if you have a really fun night to go ahead and put them on. I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit on the lower, just to even things out a bit. Not a ton, And this is waterproof. That's all I use. I'm all eyes right now, so I need to even things out a bit. I'm gonna actually use e.l.f.'s bronzer, and I'm using the Rephr number 22 brush because it's a nice fluffy brush for bronzing. And just warm things up a little bit on my forehead, on my sides. Boy, my burning part is coming in. Oh, look at my hair. Oh, my heart. Boy, I'm not used to seeing myself with or eyelashes this big. It's a little bit more nude than I would want. I think I'm gonna want a brighter color. I'm gonna start and see. Yeah, like it literally has no color payoff. This would be a perfect one for me for nude. Like, I'm very happy about getting this, but I think I want a little bit more of a pizzazz color. So I'm gonna get a different color. All right, I'm gonna use a MAC color to go over it. It's Sleight of Grand. I got it in this cute little 3-pack back like in October. A little bit more red than my natural lips, but not like red red. That is my completed look with a little kitten eye that hardly is noticeable now that I have eyelashes on. This color lipstick makes your teeth look so white. I love that. There's my ultra glam as I get. And I think the thing that makes it look so glam is just the eyelashes, because I'm not used to that. If you like a day to night look, I'm gonna link a video right here that I did as a collaboration with another YouTuber, Lisa Monique Beauty. And I did her look as a day to night look. So go to that one. I will see you there, or I'll see you in another one. God bless.